Welcome back, flower fans. Today, I thought we would close out Chelsea and Bloom for 2026, looking at some of my favourite displays and also a few of the hidden gems. I've been back to Chelsea and Bloom every day this week, and it's amazing how many things that you miss as you go around. So this is my floral magnum opus, my definitive montage of all of the displays together. If you're looking for street-by-street guides or me chatting to the florists about the behind the scenes, then I'll link cards here for some other options. I've got a whole playlist and I'd love you to go and look at them. But let's remind ourselves that the theme this year was out of this world for Chelsea and Fairytales in Belgravia for Belgravia in Bloom. So two different themes and beautifully executed. I think we've seen some lovely displays, especially giving props to the ones who use real flowers because it's been such a tricky week to keep them alive, and it's going to finish this Sunday, so there's still a little bit of time. So I'm your guide today. I'm Claire and the City, and you'll remember that I'm one for celebrating creativity, themes, and colour. So let's see who makes the cut. I'm basically Anna Wintour, but for flowers. First up, it's time to get into the TARDIS and take off for space. Mulder was right in the X-Files. The truth is out there, and the aliens have landed in Chelsea. I adored the spacey vibes that they brought to this event, especially the real pops of colour that you can see throughout, and great for kids too. I've got so much time for the unusual and rare flowers that were displayed, especially at the Ivy. Keeping with this incredible space theme, you've also got floral covered astronauts. You've got beautifully life-size ones to absolutely gigantic ones with accompanying glitter balls. They seem to have so much presence. I'm literally so impressed. The space theme is definitely the dominant theme of Chelsea and Bloom this year, and I feel like Taylor Swift would definitely approve. Do you remember in her song Down Bad where she says, "Did you really beam me up in a cloud of sparkling dust just to do experiments on?" Well, definitely would enjoy the displays this year. We've got everything from pink rockets, blue-hued moons, and bright yellow stars up and down the streets. Planets with their pleasing circular shapes, unsurprisingly, popped up everywhere. Big ones, small ones, and even pizza-shaped ones. The creativity with this theme is literally endless, and to start with, I was really worried how it would translate to floral displays, but let's face it, I was completely wrong, and they've done an incredible job. Colour-wise, I was pleasantly surprised to see that this was mainly bright pastels, which isn't that surprising given that it's spring, but you never know which way this is gonna go. Again, you'll see combinations of yellow suns, blue planets, and pops of pink too. Bright greens were used absolutely beautifully, especially at Astrid and Mew with their portal to another planet. There were also a couple of autumnal shades hanging around too. And Cartier always serves up such a striking display, and it's usually red. This time they've gone with a concept that celebrates the fiery beauty of Mars. The red planet has never looked better, with peonies and roses looking beautiful and smelling beautiful. Sticking with our planet theme, but this one's a little closer to home. The Earth pops up more than once in this beautiful journey. I think it's one of the first years that John Lewis, Peter Jones on Sloane Square has ever had an external display. Usually they're decorated inside the windows. So I'm really happy that they finally made the move to do outside. And honestly, it really pays off with this incredible hand holding the Earth. And the main display on King's Road, of course, celebrates David Attenborough and everything that's great on this planet. Another super vibrant and Instagrammable display. These are such imaginative displays and look wonderful, especially when the sun is shining. Sloane Street has loads of absolute gems, and one of my favorites is Jessica McCormack, who always decorate their lovely stairs and have loads of vibrant, almost wildflower garden. It's absolutely beautiful. I love this color combination. It feels like a really impactful display, working with all of their shopfront and these incredible black railings. After you've enjoyed the English garden vibes, then it's time to switch Earth for heaven. 11 Cadogan Gardens is one of the few that embraces this truly blush pink feel, and it's super girly, not quite Barbie, delicate with these fluffy clouds, this lovely throne, and all these beautiful pastel flowers. Next up for my spiritual girlies, the zodiac signs have taken over Sloane Square with these oversized astrology signs. They're super impressive and you can go and look at them. My favorite has to be the Gemini display, but the crab is a close second. Nearby in Rag and Bone, you can have a look at this lovely mirror saying, "What's your aura?" which is surrounded by all of these colourful tropical plants. The vibrant yellow corner location of Trinity London has been all dressed up, as it is every year for Chelsea and Bloom, with this beautiful sun outside. It's really, really striking on the corner, and these tarot cards with petals stuck on them really lifts the whole display. In Duke of York Square, you've also got this wonderful display with these all-seeing eyes coming out. I love how these are surrounded with these really punchy pinks. So many people were stopping to take photos of them. Free People have created a sort of cosmic portal, which is surrounded by beautiful dried flowers, and you can wander beneath the archway. It's very pretty. There's plenty of mythical figures, which I actually think is one of the most inventive ways to explore out of this world, starting off with Neptune outside the Army Museum, sitting boldly within these baby blue and purple and white flowers. And he pops up again at Azura Restaurant, covered in seashells and mossy grasses. But he's not the only out of this world creature. We've got mermaids and goddesses. We've got dragons and Pegasus. So there's plenty of magical, mythological creatures in lots of different colors and interpreted in lots of different ways, bringing a different viewpoint to this incredible festival. Special shout out to Medusa, the 3D head with all these snakes on. I think it might give me nightmares. That's all of the standout places from Chelsea and Bloom. But before you go, let's take a look at Belgravia in Bloom. And remember, the theme this year was Fairytales in Belgravia. On Wednesday afternoon, I unexpectedly stumbled across a Fairytale crossing, which is near Chelsea Barracks, and I just want to show you these incredible 3D, giant, multicolored, printed flowers standing really tall on this shallow bit of water. There's loads of real flowers on the bottom, and there's this little green printed walkway bridge that you can go on and take a look at the flowers. It's absolutely beautiful for photos. I saw lots of people taking photos here, and when the sun comes out and lights it all up, it's absolutely glorious. The main displays at Belgravia in Bloom feature Peter Rabbit in Eccleston Yard, which is absolutely gorgeous. The detail on this piece is absolutely incredible. That bunny looks so fluffy and furry. He's absolutely gorgeous. And there's also Tinkerbell on Elizabeth Street, where she's surrounded by these ruby red toadstools. I like to think she's enjoying the people watching. Elsewhere, the presence of Snow White appears more than once. It's a case of mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? There's mirrors and ruby red poisoned apples everywhere. There's fairy tale motifs everywhere, oversized flowers, toadstools, books, butterflies, you name it. There's a magical woodland feel with beautiful oversized bluebells, wisteria-filled corridors, floral archways, wildflowers, and even pretty picnic baskets. It's giving Red Riding Hood. To finish off, Peggy Portion have brought the Amalfi Coast, an Italian fairy tale, to Belgravia with these vibrant lemons and beautiful florals on the pink parlour. It's perfection.
Thanks for joining me today. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.